playing cops and robbers in jail. If you do a Google search, looking for this picture, it's called Playground Jail. The newspaper that it was carried in was the New York Daily News. But you'll also get some other photographs that will come up. They're stock photographs that people use in advertisement. I could not believe it. There were photographs staged of children in these mock uniforms, playing cops and robbers in jail. And the child behind the bars is black. And the child holding the play gun. And the child with the handcuffs. You can tell a lot about what we hope for one another just by engaging around imagination. Is that how you see us? If in my best imagination, I cannot imagine the most thriving, the most joyous, the most powerful, the sweetest future for you, I am eating poison unto myself. Because here's the thing. In this work to dismantle the cradle-to-prison pipeline, this work to dismantle mass incarceration, some of us show up to this work thinking that what we're doing is we're helping black people, and we're helping brown people, and we're helping poor people, and we're helping women, and we're helping these people who are caught in the system, not understanding that this entire thing that we are engaged with is a reflection of the poverty of our own souls. Nobody is left with clean hands. If you want a thriving future for yourself, it's like who was it who said that if you've come here to help, you're wasting your time. But if you come here because you see your liberation bound up in mind, welcome to the work. Because then, what we create together in our beautiful diversity is going to be something sufficient for us all. Yes. Sufficient for us all. Let's see the next photograph. I've intentionally circled their faces, blotted out their identities. These are the children who were caught up in that system. From the 7 neighborhoods that send children to prison. And we know exactly where they are. We have all the data that we absolutely need. We don't need to do any more research. We know. We can overlay all the other graphs and you can see what this is. But my hope, these children, New York State had an amazing leader by the name of Gladys Kelly who decided, how about we stop looking at the system and focus on meeting the needs of the people. What would that look like? What would that look like if we were courageous enough to think about, what do people need? And she had to say courageous enough because then the newspaper articles and the editorials began mounting. They called her everything but a child of God. But this system was created to focus on children's needs, to go to the upstate New York communities to try to bring them back home to their neighborhoods and to build support around them and their families, to build the capacity of community. to meet the needs of their own children, of their own families. And it was an amazing ride while it was happening. We were inspired by the sliver of hope that was in Missouri, called the Missouri Miracle, with Mark Stewart, who took a piece of the juvenile justice system there, not the whole thing, because we have difficulty taking on the whole system. Took a piece. And he said, what do children need? They need love. They need shelter, education. They need loving adults. And he created this center, this system, where children could come in handcuffs with their little orange suits on, and the adults who were there were not called corrections officers, but Mr. and Ms. Regular clothes on. And when I went down to see this facility, this program, and Mark said, we have the lowest recidivism rate in the country. Smallest number number. We have the lowest recidivism rate in the country. And those who were with me are city officials from New York City. How can we do that? We want to see the whole campus. We want to see the whole campus. And they listened to the questions that we were asking. And they said, you can't get here from there. You can't get here from there. You're interested in the building. You're interested in the facility. All of that, yes. All that they did was to respect people's dignity, humanity, and to treat children like children. And he said, you can't get here from there, because here we begin with the understanding that we are human, that we are all human, that these children are ours. And it's not a perfect system, but that's what reform is. It's not a perfect system, but that's what reform is. And our goal is not reform. Our goal is not reform. If you've listened to anything that our presenters and facilitators have been saying all week, if you've listened to the discussions in our groups, what we have been yearning for is not just reform, but beloved community. Beloved community. I had a crisis of faith when I met these young people in particular. Because I was sitting in a wonderful facility in New York, in Brooklyn, community-based. And these young men walked in. And the youngest that I'm holding is 11 years old. Same age as my child was at that time. And the conversation that we were having in the room could no longer be business as usual. Because if you don't feel a sense of urgency, when an 11-year-old walks in the room, who's been sentenced to detention for what? Not a violent crime. They didn't go to school.